Hello and welcome back to Season 2 of the From Scratch series. Let me introduce you all to the Trial of Tiers. I've been brainstorming ways to keep my progression moving forward through the mid-game, and this is what I came up with. This challenge will work as a boss tier system, where each tier must be completed before moving on to the next. To move through the tiers, I'll need to complete every single tile within the current tier. Each tile represents a boss, and there are 3 possible ways for us to complete it. Green log all of the boss's drops, green log all of the boss's combat achievements, or if all else fails, we just need to get the required kill count for this boss tier. These lower tier bosses, being the apprentice and the adept tier, have lower KCs for us to be able to get through them just a little bit quicker. I will not be allowed to kill any boss in a higher tier until the previous ladder is fully completed. For example, once I've completed every tile in the apprentice tier, I will then unlock access to every single boss in the adept tier. Of course, with any series, there are going to be a few exceptions to these rules. The first exception is going to be Slayer levels. Some bosses require really high Slayer levels. If I finish a tier but I don't have the Slayer level I need for one of the bosses in that tier, I am allowed to temporarily move on. Once I reach that required Slayer level, I then have to go back to the previous tier and finish that boss out before I'm able to do anything else in the tier that I was just working on. Exception number 2 is going to be Slayer boss tasks. If I get a Slayer task for a boss that's in a higher tier, I am going to allow myself to complete it. It would just be too much XP loss to skip every single boss task that isn't yet unlocked, and we're going to be doing a ton of Slayer just so I can unlock the bosses that are in the higher tiers. And the final exception is going to be quest bosses. If a quest requires me to defeat a boss from a locked tier, I'm allowed to do it. That means yes, we will be doing Desert Treasure 2 when the time comes. The blue tiles on the board represent Hespori and Skatizo. Since they're passive bosses, I can take them on whenever I have a Hespori seed or a completed totem. With the end goal of this board being to complete the Inferno and earn our Infernal Cape, and the Fortis Coliseum to earn ourselves the Quiver. And really, the best preparation for both of these challenges is to master every single boss along the way, which is exactly what this Trial of Tiers is all about. Alright, enough talking about all the rules and exceptions, let's jump into this. Obviously, we already have some kill count on some bosses. If you guys do want to watch how I got to this point of the account, we have another playlist called Building a Main from Scratch, and that's going to go over every single little thing that I've done to get to this point right here. So if we pull up the Trial of Tiers board, we have already completed Scurius, the Royal Titans, Moons, we've completed Vorkath and Callisto. Although we've completed Vorkath and Callisto, this expert tab is still going to be locked. We just need to go through and finish all the apprentice so we can get moved on to the adept tier. This is going to be really good for us because we're going to be able to start knocking off a ton of combat tasks, and that means we're going to start unlocking more tiers of the combat tasks. I can't promise that we're going to get Grandmaster. That's probably not going to be us. We are nowhere near that level of a player, but I do have a good feeling that we'll at least be able to get to Elite by the end of this series. Unfortunately, we have never attempted Obor or Bryophyta, which means we need to go get ourselves some giant and moss keys. After that, we're just gonna go start knocking out some of the Obor tasks. Hopefully we'll just be able to get it green logged really fast and move on through that boss. I'm sure you guys don't want to see, level 107 killing Obor 50 times, so hopefully we can get it green logged within the first few kills. Okay, the plan is to get a few keys. We're just gonna cannon some hill giants here. There's tons of them. We should get some keys really quick. I'm really not too worried about getting the giant keys. We are going to have to try to figure out a place for the moss keys, though. I'm sure that there is a place that we can cannon. We just got to figure it out. Oh yeah, these are going to go down so fast. And there it is, our very first Giant's Key. I'm going to grab a few more just so we can get some drops. I'm not exactly sure how the new update works. I know that you can kill it without the keys, but I'm not sure if you need the key for any of the combat tasks. So we're just going to get a few keys while we're here. We might as well. This key took us about 60 kills in the matter of, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So hopefully we get a few more coming in that quick. There's Giant Key number 2. We're going to get one more key and then we're going to go try to green log Obor's combat tasks. At this point, I think that we are just wasting cannonballs. So I'm actually just going to pick up my multi-cannon and get out of here. We should be fine with these 2 keys. Okay, with these 2 keys, I am going to try my luck. Hopefully we get some giant keys from him. If not, we're just going to head back and get 3 more keys. It's not a big deal. I think this might be a little bit overkill going into Obor, but this is going to be our setup right here. We're bringing some Forgotten Brews. We're bringing a bunch of prayer potions just so we can stick it out for a little while. This is going to be the first time we get to use our Ancient Scepter. It's kind of funny that it's going to be on Obor, but hey, it should go pretty smooth. I don't think I've ever fought Obor in general, so I mean, I think we just pray ranged and knock him down. All right, let's get straight into it. We should finish quite a few of the combat tasks on that first kill. Might actually get him down right here. Oh. Okay, that's going to be a combat task that we don't get done. That's all right. We have a lot of tries to get them all done. And that is Sleeping Giant and Back to the Wall complete. Let's go ahead and open this for another combat task. 1KC Hill Giant Club. That is Obor green logged on the drops. That is actually insane. No way we just 1KC'd the Hill Giant Club. All right. Anyways, we need to get him down before he hits us with his club. We should get another task out of the way. Okay, we got him froze. And there it is, squashing the giant combat task complete. Unfortunately, we did not get any more keys, so we are going to have to head back and grab some. Technically, we can be done with Obor if we just take a look at the collection log. It is greened out right here, but I do want to get the combat tasks. We still need to get Obor champion, so we need to loot the chest 5 times, and we need to kill Obor on a free-to-play world. Those are the last 2 that we need. So we're going to go get a few more keys. Depending on how long that takes, we might try to just get lucky and pull some keys from Obor himself again, but it shouldn't take us too long. Let's just go ahead and chuck this little Hill Giant Club in the GE. Nothing like a quick little 1KC 1.1 mil. I'll take it. It brings us back up to a green cash stack. There it is. After 486 hill giants, we got the final key that we need. This is all 5 keys for that final combat task. We're gonna go knock it out. We just need the kill Obor in free to play and open the chest 5 times, and then we are completely green logged from Obor. Okay, we just need 3 more kills, and 1 being a free to play kill, hence the inventory. So we're gonna get straight in there, and I'm hoping that when we swap to a free to play world, it just changes our spell book back over. But I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to see what happens. Kill number 4. We got another giant key. It was highlighted purple. I kind of got excited for a second, but it was not what I thought it was. Okay, let's go hop over to a free-to-play world and just hope that it changes our spellbook back over. It did not. All right, we went and swapped our spellbook. It is time for the free-to-play kill. Get a snare on him. And that should have been the final Obor kill that we needed. Let's go ahead and open up this chest, and we got a Rune Kai shield. And that is Obor champion. We have 1 more key. I don't think that we're going to worry about getting it done, though. Let's open up those logs. The collection log, Obor, is complete, and we are also green logged in the combat achievements. Let's go ahead and pull that board back up and get Obor checked off the list. Let's just go for Bryophyta next. I think that's going to be the best bet. Just like Obor, we need to go get some mossy keys to be able to fight Bryophyta. So we're going to run down here to the Edgeville dungeon, and there is a multi-combat zone over here that we could just cannon these moss giants down. We're probably just going to get 5 keys this time. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how slow it is. We just managed to get our very first mossy key on KC 118. Right here, let's go ahead and just highlight them so that we can see them. I'm currently 408 moss giants in with only 2 keys to the name. And we are out of food. These guys actually hit pretty decent every once in a while. So we're going to have to go bank, grab some more food. I might go for 1 more key. Oh, that wasn't a key. Yeah, I'm going to go for 1 more key, and then we are going to go start killing Bryophyta. All right, guys, on second thought, I think I'm just going to try my luck with these 2 mossy keys. We might get lucky and pull a few more mossy keys, and that'll just save us a little bit of grinding at the moss giants. So, yeah, let's go try to get a couple KC of Bryophyta. Once again, I have never fought Bryophyta, so this is also going to be a little bit of a learning experience, but it can't be too hard, right? It's just a free-to-play boss. I'm once again going in just a little bit over-prepared. I just want to get these down as fast as we can. Plan is to get the first 4 kills in members gear, and then just get the final kill in the free-to-play gear, and then we should be finished up with those combat achievements as long as we get some mossy keys. If not, we'll just end up going back here and grabbing some more keys. So, all right, and here we go. We need to try to let Bryophyta die to the poison. So we're going to get it low. We're going to throw in a speck. Might be too big of a speck. Ooh, that was a tiny speck. Okay, so let's just try to let it die now. That's not what I wanted. All right, so that is protection from moss and preparation is key. I'm going to go ahead and bury these bones. We did not get another mossy key. That's all right, though. And then we should get a combat achievement from opening this. Did we just get one Guam leaf as a drop? It's horrible. Quick cutter combat task. Now we just sit here and wait for Bryophyta to go down from poison. Okay, the next poison tick should kill Bryophyta. She's sitting at 6 HP right now, unless she heals, which she probably will. There she goes. A slow death combat task. Complete. And we did not get a mossy key. That's okay. Why are we getting Guam leaves? Why is that a thing? All right. I'm giving up on the mossy key grind. We're going to go get 50 KC at Bryophyta. We have killed way too many moss giants for only 2 keys. And I know. You're supposed to grind them out, but we're going to go get that 50 KC. It shouldn't take long at all. I bet we could have been done with Bryophyta already if we would have just went and did that. So yeah, we're going to get out of here. We've been in the wilderness for too long. We've seen too many PKers come running by us. Maybe we'll get one right here and we can get the other 2 keys from Bryophyta herself. Nope. Okay, let's get out of here. For whatever reason, I was thinking that I needed a key to get a key from Bryophyta. Bryophyta just drops keys even if we don't have a key. So we should be able to finish out all these combat tasks just killing Bryophyta for those 50 kills. I mean, hopefully. She has a better drop rate than the moss giants. So, I mean, let's go get this done. So Bryophyta has a 1 in 16 chance to drop a key, which is way better than the moss giants. And I feel like we're taking Bryophyta down just as fast as we would a normal moss giant. So I just realized that we do not get KC unless we loot the chest. So we are going to have to get at least 3 keys from Bryophyta, which shouldn't be too bad. It should not take more than 50 kills. There it is, our first mossy key from Bryophyta. 2 more of them, and then we need to kill with our free-to-play gear, and then we are done here. That is 2 mossy keys in a row. The next time we get a mossy key, we are going to go bank and grab our free-to-play gear. And then we will have the combat achievements green log from here. And that is the final mossy key that we need. So we're going to get this chest opened up. We're going to go back, grab our free-to-play gear, and finish off Bryophyta, and then move on to the next boss. Can we pull an essence? Nope, but we got Bryophyta champion and a rune longsword. I'm going to go in with a range setup for the free-to-play fight. We should be able to get him down pretty quick. We have 90 ranged. It shouldn't be too bad. We just got to pray mage and take him down. Oh yeah, we're hitting good. That is Bryophyta fighting as intended to complete. And there it is, 7 out of 7, which means we get to move on to the next boss. That is Bryophyta complete. I do think I'm going to try to get Sarachnis down next. I want to wait till I have the Fidor hard diaries to do the giant mole, just so I can track him whenever he teleports. Really shouldn't take us too long to get the 50 KC of Sarachnis now that we have the Arania boots. We should be able to just pretty much AFK all the way through it, and hopefully we end up green logging it. Can you imagine getting a pet off of this? That'd be amazing. Let's go try it out. We are going to Sarachnis next. We only need 1 more combat task to green log the combat tasks here. We're going to be bringing Eclipse top and body, just for the strength bonus and the magic defense. We're just going to be camping our prey for melee and see how long we can last. We got a full inventory of sharks. We got some burning claws and some motivation to get this done. And we get a free world. It looks like we have a free world. I don't know what it is about this boss, but there's always so many people in here fighting it. Let's just get straight into it. I think we need a very ranged as soon as we walk in. Swap to melee. And it's just AFK from here. Probably not going to be AFK because we're going to be getting hit by all the minions, but it shouldn't be too bad. Now that the minions are here, this should be the only damage that we take. Unfortunately, I think when he does hit pretty hard. But with these boots, we don't get stuck in place at all, which is amazing. And magic minion still hasn't hit, which is huge. If we can manage to just eat 1 piece of food per kill, we're going to be here for a while. But as soon as I say that, we start taking a bunch of damage. That is the first kill of Sarachnis. What do we get? Get some chaos runes, not the best drop. Run back to the middle and wait for him to spawn again. Rinse and repeat. 1 more hit and he should go down. 70 mithril ore. I don't know how great his drops are. I don't think that I've really sat here and camped him out before. Looking up his drops, he doesn't drop anything crazy. He drops the Sarachnis Cudgel, a dragon medium helmet, 1 in 92. He drops some rune gear, not a lot of it. Then other than that, it's mostly just seeds and some noted herbs. We ended up getting a grubby key on our 3rd kill. It looks like we're getting crashed. I wonder if it's a bot. Well, you can duo this boss. That's kind of terrible. And he's going to be taking all the kills. He's got a good crush weapon, which means we have to hop, unfortunately. I am getting pretty close to 90 strength right now, which is kind of huge. After that, we are probably going to swap back over to attack. We are running low on food, unfortunately. It looks like we're going to be able to get about, I don't know, maybe 8 kills or so before we have to bank. And that is a weapon poison plus. And that is going to be the final kill of this trip. I was thinking we might be able to sneak another one out, but it does not look like we are going to be able to. That is a 150 cosmic rune drop, though. We got our first combat task of the grind, and we got a giant egg sack. That is 2 pop-ups. And for the final kill, we got 5 egg potatoes. I don't even know why I'm picking these up, but yeah, let's just teleport on out of here. And I think that we're good on Sarachnis. Let's pull up the old Sarachnis tab. We got the Sarachnis Novice done. We had already killed Sarachnis 10 times. The only one that we needed was kill Sarachnis 25 times. We got 26 KC in total. Okay, let's figure out what boss we want to get done next. Let's take a look at the board. First, we need to go ahead and check off Sarachnis. That is Sarachnis complete. We have 7 more bosses to do in the Apprentice tab, and 4 of those being in the Wilderness. It looks like we have also green-logged Barrows in the combat achievements. I know it seems like we're kind of just flying through all the easy tiers right now, but if you think about it, we're not really going to be getting anything out of the Apprentice bosses, so it's going to be good just to check them off as fast as we can. So we are going to be checking off Barrows since we do have the combat achievements green-logged. So that does mean either we are going to run into the Wilderness and try to finish off those bosses, or it's time to hit some diaries. With that being said, I think we need to actually go through here and figure out what bosses we have green-logged. So right here, the Crazy Archaeologist is also done, so we need to go mark that one off. Scurious, we already have that one marked off because of the KC. Vedion we need to mark off, and it looks like it's just going to be Vedion and the Crazy Archaeologist. Other than those 2, we are going to have to finish them off. So let's go ahead and mark off the Crazy Archaeologist. We also finished Vedion, which is going to be over here in the Adept tier. Which means we only have 4 more bosses left in the Apprentice tier, with 2 of them being locked behind a quest and a diary. I guess technically the mole is not locked behind a diary, but it is just not worth doing unless you have that diary done. So let's go ahead and check out the stats that we need to get that done. Okay, so we only have the Falador Easies done right now. It looks like we just need to do Ratcatchers for the medium, and then Grimtails for the hard. That should not take us very long at all. Once we start getting into the bigger bosses, it's going to be way harder to get the combat task done. It's going to be way harder to green log. We're going to have to be getting pets if we want to green log. We would have to be doing crazy master combat tasks in order to get those green logged in the combat task area. So just stick with me for a little bit. We're going to power through this Apprentice tier, and things should start getting a little bit more interesting once we hit Adept. Okay, let's go ahead and get Ratcatchers out of the way. I know that I've done this quest before, but I do not remember it, and I've heard so many horror stories, so I'm really hoping that it's not as bad as everybody says. Apparently this quest is that bad. I just had a random person running down by me and asked if I was doing Ratcatchers, and he called me a poor SOD. I'm thinking it's not going to be that bad. I'm hopeful that it's going to be okay. Okay, I do remember doing this quest. It's another walking puzzle, and these are terrible. I hate them. Ah, he does see me. Ooh, so he does turn. Wait a minute. What? He was walking away. Now we're just gonna run straight past that dude. Did you see that? He just teleported there. What is that? No way. What kind of game is this? He had his back turned to me. What? Oh wait. Oh my, I didn't see him there. Let's tag all the guards. There, now we can see him. No way. No way. Okay, so they have eyes in the back of their head. Noted, noted. Go, go, go. How? Can I go out this way? There's no way. What? No way. There's no way. Hey, we are done with this puzzle in here. Finally. Let's head back to our dome. After all of that, we only get 4,500 thieving XP from finishing this. That quest was horrible. Let's go ahead and start working on these medium diaries. Let's go ahead and get Grimtails out of the way. After that, we should be good to go ahead and just fast track our way all the way through the hard diary. Okay. I don't think I was expecting this, for being honest here. It's actually kind of funny. That's really funny. No way. He just turns around and his beard's just hanging all the way out of the window. What is this? I don't even know. I don't even know. Let's get out of here. What? Oh, this game sometimes. How do they come up with this? Level 95 mouse. Hang on, what is going on here? I really did like this quest. It was a good one. It was definitely kind of random, but I liked it. Grimtails has been completed. That is so much XP. 60,000 woodcutting, 25,000 agility and thieving, 15,000 herb lore. That's going to be huge on the Iron Man. Brings us up to 71 herb lore, 75 agility. That is huge. And the best part about finishing up that quest is we can now finish up the Fidor medium and hard diary. Let's get that over with. I lied. Apparently, I need to also do Olaf's quest. How did I miss that? It says nothing about Olaf's quest. What? So confused. Okay, we just need to get into the Brine Rat Cavern, so let's go get that really quick. I just 3-hit you. You're supposed to be defending this? Ooh, and it's over. Olaf's quest complete for 12,000 defense XP. We can now kill brine rats on task. But if we do end up getting a brine rat task and we get a brine saber, that would definitely be worth it. Wonder how fast they are to kill. I just want to let you know what I did. There was no reason for me to do Olaf's quest for the Fidor diary. I looked at the Fanatic diary and we needed Olaf's quest to complete the Fanatic medium diary. So yeah, we got that out of the way. Okay, let's go back to Fidor. I was wondering why I had to come all the way out here for a Fidor diary, but I mean, it's fine. I unfortunately have to replace my white lily with a freaking scarecrow. All right, let's go ahead and just pick our white lilies. And with this final pickpocket, I thought we were going to be done. Never mind. We're going to head over to the Goblin Village. Now, with this final telekinetic grab. Holy, hang on. Jeez, I didn't think they were all going to attack me. That is the Fidor Medium Diaries. Now we just need to hurry and do the hards. I'm really debating on buying full Darox just to do mole with. We need to kill mole during this diary. So we might just go back to the GE here in a minute and buy ourselves the rest of the Darox that we need. I don't think we actually have any pieces, so we're going to have to buy the full set, which is probably going to be a little expensive. This series, though, I feel like this series is going to make us some money. It's going to force us to do all the bosses that we don't want to do. It's going to force us to do it multiple times. So we're probably going to end up with a decent cash stack, hopefully, by the end of this. All right, we are going in for our first ever mole kill. I'm kind of excited. This has always been a boss that I've wanted to do, but I just have never gotten around to doing. Crappy part about this is without having the hard diary done, we're gonna have to run around and find this guy. There he is. ID on. Smack him down. Starting off with a big hit. Another huge hit. Oh, an 81 as my max? That's huge. Can we get him down without him teleporting? Hang on. Don't dig on us. Don't dig. Oh, no. I hit a 0. Ooh, finished him off. That is the first ever mole kill. Oh, my God. And you get 20k with mole skins? It's actually kind of big. That was a
ton of pop-ups. Oh my gosh. We got a collection log mole claw, collection log mole skin. Let's just take him out one more time. I think it might be a combat task to get him before he digs the first time. I guess we'll find out right here, right now. Yes, it is hard hitter. Kill the giant mole with 4 or fewer instances of damage. Oh, hey. Yeah, that was kind of big. We're definitely not going to grind him out until we have the shield, just because it'll be easier, you know, when he does dig, we'll be able to just chase him down. There are 3 more tasks that we need to do, though. We need to kill the mole 25 times. We have to kill him at least 25 times to green him out. And we need to kill the giant mole within 10 seconds of her resurfacing. The giant mole is a girl. No way. There's just a million bots here killing wyverns? It's kind of crazy. Let's steal this bots. Those are like craziest bots I've ever seen. Do real people kill these anymore? Okay, that is our Fidor shield 2 and 3 with 2 antique lamps. This shield right here is going to be what helps us get all these mole KCs. With it, after he digs, you get an arrow that points on your minimap and takes you straight to where he went. Yeah, let's go ahead and use these antique lamps on. I want to do rune crafting so bad, but I probably shouldn't. Let's do rune crafting. That is 15,000 XP. And 7,500 XP into rune crafting. I'm geared up and ready to kill some mole. We should be able to knock out this boss pretty fast. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. Okay, let's go get our first few actual KC and mole. I don't know how this works. Do you have to find the mole first? I guess, well, I mean, there it is, so. Okay, now the shield should just point me in the right direction, right? Or do I need to throw it on? How does this work? Hang on, I have to try to figure out this shield really quick. Was it just not telling me where it was because he was right next to me the whole time? Is that what's going on here? Let's tag him. Oh, no way. Everything is noted now. Oh, that's going to be so nice. That is 90 strength right there. Holy. We just got 90 strength, guys. That's huge. It's actually super exciting. I'm kind of confused as to how this shield works because I don't think that it's working the way that it should, maybe? I don't know. Okay, I'm throwing my shield on. And it's not telling me. I mean, he's right there. I'm assuming that's why it's not telling me where to go because he's in my render distance. Yeah, see what I mean? I don't have any arrows pointing me anywhere. Oh, that's how it worked. And that is the Giant Mole Novice Combat Task on 10KC. Whack-a-mole combat task complete. I think the final combat task that we need is just the 25KC, and if this Fidor shield is not going to work for us, we might just have to call it there. Okay, he just dug. He's nowhere in the vicinity right now. And he's not getting pointed out. Okay, he's right there. Maybe he's just too close every time that he digs, and it's just not telling me. After this kill, I'm going to try to relog. I know it's probably not going to fix anything, but it might. It can't hurt. Okay, it looks like the relog actually worked. I'll be darned. Sorry about that whole tangent about me not being able to find the mole. I knew I wasn't crazy, though. We are actually getting pretty close to unlocking the hard tier of the combat achievements. We have 46 points to go. That is the biggest drop that we've gotten so far. We are in the money now. As much fun as Deranged is to use, I think it might be more efficient just to pull out the Fang and Bandos. We're running out of prayer right now, so we'll probably come back down here with the Fang and just see if it's any better. This should be just a little bit better, I'm assuming. I mean, we had a 1, a 44, and a 37. Yeah, I just think we were hitting too many zeros with the Deranged. This is for KC 25, and this should be the final combat task that we needed for the giant mole. Let's check it out. Yep, so the giant mole is now green logged. Let's find it in here. There it is, 6 out of 6. And with the giant mole being green logged, we are going to move on to the next boss. Let's get the giant mole checked off. We now only have 4 bosses left in the apprentice tier. We have the Chaos Fanatic, we have the Deranged Archaeologist, we have Amoxliatl, and KBD. I think for the next boss, we are going to get some quests done and go ahead and finish off Amoxliatl. Okay, so after that mole grind, we got quite a few mole parts, and I'm pretty sure that Wyson the Gardener exchanges the mole parts for bird nests, and I don't think that we really need mole parts for anything, so let's just see how much we have in mole parts. We ended up with just under 500k. Let's see if the amount of birdhouses that we get is worth it or not. So I'm not totally sure if it was worth it or not. We can't really price check while there's seeds and rings in them, so we're probably just gonna have to hold off on that, but I'm pretty sure that we made more money on those than we did just the mole parts alone. With the next boss being Amoxliatl, we need to start some quests. Therefore, it's time to go do the Heart of Darkness. We've been slacking quite a bit on getting the Varlamore quest line finished up, so we might as well start working on it now. Heart of Darkness has begun. It's time to knock this out. I'm pretty sure this is the quest that we fight Amoxliatl. Not 100% sure, but I am like 99.9% sure. Okay, yeah, I was just a little bit confused. This is 100% the quest that we fight Amoxliatl in. And I just realized that Amoxliatl drops that amulet that I'm able to teleport around Varlamore with. And that will be extremely useful to have. We're going to be going into Amoxliatl with 2 food and full graceful. Hopefully it's fine. I'm just banking on the fact that maybe it's an easier Amoxliatl than the regular boss. Who knows? All right, we have 2 food and a dream and a bronze pickaxe. So hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, this isn't going too bad at all. Uh-oh. Okay, we can one take him. And we needed to... Okay, we're down to 1 food. We just panicked a little bit. That's all. Not a problem at all. Amoxliatl down. And there it is. The Heart of Darkness complete. We now have access to Amoxliatl. And we're almost at 270 quest points too. We're climbing just a little bit. Ooh, we got 72 mining from that. And 73 thieving. Dang. We're going to try to get as much money back as we can on it. Okay, and then Amoxliatl, I guess, is weak to crush. Therefore, we're probably going to be going in with a Zamorak Hosta set to crush. Just because that's a pretty cheap weapon. And I feel like a lot of bosses actually are weak to the Hosta. So we might as well just, you know, keep it. 1.4 mil. I guess that's not cheap, but I mean, it could be worse. All right, I'm making my way to finish up Amoxliatl. Let's take a look at Amoxy's combat tasks. Amoxliatl champion, that's just 1 kill, not a big deal. I should have looked before we left the GE or the bank in general. We need the glacial hammers. I think we can just run back to the bank right over here. Shouldn't be bad. We need to kill it 20 times. We need to kill it in less than a minute. That shouldn't be too bad either. Without taking any damage, that'll just come in time. 10 times without leaving her chamber. Okay, see, this is where I think the combat tasks are about to get a little bit more difficult. Kill Amoxliatl without any of her unstable ice shattering, so I'm assuming that's when we attack her little ice thing. We gotta hurry and kill it fast. We have to kill it in less than 30 seconds. You know, I've never grinded out this boss. I don't know how hard that's gonna be. Then kill Amoxliatl without losing any prayer points, so just have to kill it without prayer on per kill. I don't think this will be too bad. This might be the first boss that we have to get 50 KC for, though. We'll just have to see how it goes. We just grabbed the glacial hammers. Probably do our first kill with those hammers just to get that task out of the way. Then we're going to move on to using the Hosta. I'm going to try to get 10 kills this trip just to knock out that other one. We'll see how hard it is. It shouldn't be too bad, but I'm also going to be learning at the same time. Therefore, it's probably not going to go fantastic on the first trip, but she wasn't too hard to kill, so I'm not extremely worried about it. These hammers are actually kind of crazy. That's going to be a little bit difficult when we're trying to avoid all damage, trying to get those ice blocks damage down. And the first KC of many right here. We got the Amoxliatl champion, the Temotli Triumph, however you say that. Hey, it drops Runite ore too. Frozen Tears. Okay, not terrible. And we got the Totally Shattered. That is 3 combat tasks out of the way. KC number 2 for some more Frozen Tears. I think getting the fast KC on this might not be as easy as I thought, but we just got the pendant. That is the necklace. Oh, that's so nice. Now we can just teleport here super fast. That was what, 3 KC that I got it? I do not believe that I've taken any damage yet, so this should be another combat task coming in. Yes, it is. Nagua negation complete. Yeah, getting that 30-second kill I don't think is going to happen with the gear that we have right now. That is a fast kill. That was a pretty fast kill right there, though, but it's still over a minute long. I bet if we had the light bearer and we brought a fresh, full spec bar to this fight, we probably would be able to get under a minute. That is our second pendant drop. I'm not sure what we do with 2 pendants. We could probably crush them down for more frozen tears, I'm assuming. We'll just have to look into that a little bit. But in this one more kill that we get right here, that is 10, and that is going to be another combat achievement that we're going to grab out of this. That is the Chemo Maki combat task complete, which is kill Amoxliatl 10 times. We should be getting really close right now to being able to collect our hard combat task achievement diary thing. Lamp, I don't know, the new hilt. Ooh, and that is the glacial hammer drop. I don't know what all she has for drops. We might have just green logged her drop table, unless we can get a pet from her. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look at that after this trip. I think we're going to be able to kill one more, and then we're going to have to go bank. And for the final kill of the trip, we are going to get some frozen tears. We're going to make our way out, though. I'm pretty sure that I need to go use this amulet on a pillar or something out there to get the teleport. So I'm going to go do that really quick. Oh, it is directly outside, too. That's actually amazing. We just need to activate the stone. Yes, and we should be able to just teleport straight back to here. We are currently only 31 points away from the hard tier. Oh, that's going to be so nice to have. Okay, we still need to kill Amoxliatl 20 times, which we should get on the next trip. The speed trialist, we need to kill it in less than 1 minute. I think that we can do that. We just need to hit, you know, really good. The speed chaser, I think, is just going to be out of our reach. I don't think we're going to get a 30-second kill. Then we need to kill Amoxliatl without using prayer. So we should be able to get that one as well. I'm thinking if we try to go for that one, we might not be able to get the 20 kills on this next trip. But I mean, we only need 7 more kills. So yeah, we're gonna go for this one on the next run. It looks like there is a dismantle option on this pendant, which means, oh my goodness, you get 100 frozen tears from that. That's kind of crazy. You could sell them too. I mean, only for 40k. So we're just going to use that on the pendant. We are up to 154 charges on that bad boy. Before we head back, let's take a quick little sneak peek at Amoxliatl's drop table. Okay, so it looks like we just need the pet in order to green log Amoxliatl, which I mean isn't a big deal because we're probably going to get the pet in the next 7 kills, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and knock it out. Okay, let's see. Ooh, it was a 21. That's not bad at all. Yeah, we are just fine. We're definitely not going to be getting our 7kc this trip, but it'll be worth it to get done. And we can teleport just straight back here anyways, so I mean, it's really not a big deal. There it is. Without Rallo's light combat task complete. We are going to have to go restock up though, unfortunately, but I mean, it's not a big deal. That is the Amoxliatl Adept combat task complete. We have one more combat task that I think we could do. We just need to get that speed trialist one done. There it is, 81 defense. We kind of missed it. I was in a panic and I was clicking, but we got the level. AC 25. We are halfway through this boss. We have 100 special attack. It looks like we have another shot at getting the speed trialist task done. We just got to hit big. 43, I will take it. A 35, not terrible. A 51, that's really good. Did we get it? We matched it. 1 minute flat. No way. No way. Connection lost. Dang it. We might be dead. He has 3 HP. So, I mean, I don't know if we have auto retaliate on or not, but either way, I think we're dead as soon as she spawns again. I did not survive. That's okay. We can go get our stuff back really quick. Hopefully it's not insanely expensive. It's probably not going to be cheap by any means. 500k. We only have 12 more kills to go. Therefore, I'm really trying to get that speed trialist task. We are going to bring the Serpentine Helm. It's a +2 strength bonus. I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, but if we could just get a tiny bit of time that we need. We got a 1 minute flat with the other setup. So if we could just get past that 1 minute flat, it doesn't even matter by how much. It could be by a 10th and we can get that combat achievement. Okay, we're hitting big. We're hitting big. Ooh, this could be it. We just keep on hitting big. Those are some decent specs that we had. If we keep hitting, this is going to be a pretty decent PB. Oh, that 0 might have hurt us. And a 4, come on. Oh, that has to be it. There it is. We got a 54-second Amoxliatl speed trialist complete. Well, we got a Hoska seed from this. Those are actually worth some money. I didn't know that he dropped them. It is all 50 KC of Amoxliatl complete. Unfortunately, we didn't end up greening out the entire collection log or, you know, all the combat achievements. Hang on, that's the King Black Dragon. We ended up with 8 out of 9 on Amoxliatl. I just think that we do not have good enough gear to get a sub 30-second kill. That is just insane. We'd probably need a scythe for that one, but I'm not super upset. And then, I mean, for the collection log, we just needed the pet. So we got everything else from that boss, which is good enough for me. But yeah, with that 50 KC, we are ready to move on to another boss. All right, let's go ahead and get Amoxliatl checked off the list. And for the final 3 bosses, we have the King Black Dragon, we have the Deranged Archaeologist, and we have the Chaos Fanatic. I'm thinking that we save the 2 wilderness ones for last since they're both going to be in the wilderness. We're probably going to head over to the Deranged Archaeologist. I don't think that I've ever killed him. It's pretty much the crazy archaeologist, but without being in the wilderness. I think he might be a little bit more difficult, but I don't think we're going to have any issues with him. Okay, and the Deranged Archaeologist, he only has 4 combat tasks. So it looks like we're just going to need a minimum of 25 kills. We should be able to get both of these pretty easily. We just have to not get hit by his attack, and then we need to kill him with magic. It should be pretty simple. Let's go get it done. I'm going to be going in with magic. We are going to try the Twin Flame Staff. It doesn't show on the wiki that it's any good. Actually, it just doesn't show up on the wiki at all. But I'm wondering, because nobody kills the Deranged Archaeologist, it might still be good. So we're going to test it out. It shouldn't do terrible. If it does do too bad, we just swap over to the Trident. But yeah, let's go give it a shot. This is once again a boss that I have never done. At least I don't remember doing. I may have killed it once or twice before, way back in the day. We're going to go get it figured out. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I might just have to run around for a second and figure it out, but he's got to be just right around here somewhere. Looks like we pre-arranged. Oh, this is simple. This Twin Flame is just messing him up too. The first KC is done. We get some sharks, some numulite, and we get Mage of the Swamp combat task. That is another combat task. I'd rather be illiterate. I'm pretty sure that's the one where we just don't take damage. Yep, pretty simple. We got a black D'hide body. We might as well grab the numulite. It stacks up. I guess we could high alch that too. Might as well. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the Twin Flame here. It's good, but it's not like amazing, you know what I mean? A little bit slow. We might grab the Trident next. I just feel like the Trident's going to be super expensive to use here. But on the next trip, we will bring the Trident and just see if it's that much better. Hey, we got some Onyx Bolt tips. That's 50k right there. That is the Deranged Archaeologist Novice combat task complete. We ended up cutting that trip just a little bit short. We still had some prayer left, but I do want to try the Trident. We're getting like 50 seconds on average, probably kill times with this Twin Flame. I just want to see if we can do a little bit better. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but if it says the Trident's better, then I do want to try it out. Hey, that was a 34-second kill. That was extremely fast. 6 more Onyx Bolt tips. I'll take it. Hey, we got a full crystal key. That's kind of cool that he drops them in full. That is 22k right there. 6 more Onyx Bolt tips. Hey, and that was a 31-second kill. We're getting faster. That is the 3rd Onyx Bolt tip drop that we've had this trip. Can we get the steel ring? No, we got a prayer potion, but that is the Deranged Archaeologist Champion combat task complete.
Go ahead and take a look at our combat tasks. We only need 14 more points until we move on to the next tier of the combat achievements. And the Deranged archaeologist is green logged, 4 out of 4. That does mean that it is time for us to move to the wilderness bosses. All we have left now to do is the Chaos Fanatic and the King Black Dragon. I'm really not looking forward to the Chaos Fanatic. I'm kind of excited for the King Black Dragon. Who knows, maybe we'll get surprised and maybe we'll like the Chaos Fanatic. It's just right up there by the Chaos Altar, so I feel like it's going to be a PKing hotspot. Altar's right here, then he just sits right here. So I mean, we're not very far away from all the PKing, and the King Black Dragon's right here too, so I think this is just a big hotspot. It should be fine though. We just won't bring very much risk if we do get hit. All right, let's get Deranged Archaeologist checked off the list. There we go. Down to the final 2. For the Chaos Fanatic, I think this one might be a little bit difficult. We need to kill him 10 times without drinking any potions to restore prayer. So I'm assuming what they want us to do is kill him, run over to the altar, and recharge our prayer. That is going to be super risky though, because there are a ton of PKers out there. We should be able to get it done. I just hope that we don't die doing it. But other than that, we just need to kill him 25 times, and then we should have these 3 complete. This is going to be the gear setup that we're going out there with. We die without protect item on, we're risking 2.6 mil, but if we are protecting item, we're going to be risking 430k, which also kind of sucks. I think that the biggest part of this 400k is the Ava's Assembler. It's just worth a lot, I guess. But it's fine because I have 6 other Vorkath heads in the bank right now, so we really shouldn't be missing out on too much if we die. We just have to really make sure that we don't get smited when we're out there. Well, I guess there's no better time than right now. Let's just go ahead and teleport out there. He's super tanky, so hopefully we just get him down pretty quick. I mean, we're hitting pretty well right now. We are going to run over here and pray. Pray that we don't die, and pray at the altar too, so. Yeah. We got a PKer already. That's kind of scary. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. Hopefully we're able to get that combat achievement done, even though we're going to be hopping worlds. It shouldn't matter because we are not leaving the area, but I guess we'll just have to see. Okay, scene number 2 for some uncut emeralds and sapphires. I don't know if this dude has a super great drop table or not, but I know that he does drop the wilderness shards, like for the shields. And they're worth quite a bit, so maybe we'll land on one of those, and let's just hop on out of here. Oh, I don't know about this, you guys. This is going to be crazy. Hey, these drops are not too bad, honestly. We're making about 123k per hour according to bossing info. I probably should have brought some staminas because this is actually using quite a bit of our run just running back and forth to this. KC number 10 for the Chaos Fanatic Champion Combat Task. 3 more kills, we should get the combat task where we don't sip any potions of our own. Hopefully it works because we did hop worlds a couple times, so. Oh god, there's just PKers out here. They're everywhere. We need 1 more kill, then we can start banking. Moment of truth. Are we going to get it? We sure did. Praying to the gods, combat task. Kill Chaos Fanatic 10 times without drinking any potion which restores prayer or leaving the wilderness. We are free of that task. I was really hoping that we were just going to be able to get through all of these kills on the first trip. We're going to run out of super restores. We should have brought some more. I don't know what I was thinking. Hang on, we're getting prayer potions now. All I had to do was complain about running out of prayer. We're good. And we get 5 more kills with 3 more prayer potions. These kills are taking us about a minute apiece, so I mean, I think that we have 5 minutes of prayer potion. We should be fine. We're coming up on our last kill right now. Hopefully, we end up with a drop. It's not looking like we're going to. We got a split bark body, which isn't terrible. And there's the Chaos Rune. And the Chaos Fanatic Adept combat task is complete, which means we have green logged all the combat tasks for Chaos Fanatic. Let's get out of here. We have 1 boss left. And that last boss is KBD. Then we are moving on up to the Adept tier of the bosses. Okay, we got all the loot in our looting bag right now. Let's see what it is. Take a guess. I want to see your guess in the comments. And it better be over 30k. Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and check off the Chaos Fanatic. The final boss in the Apprentice tier is KBD. Once we finish that, we get to hop straight on over to the Adept tier.
So let's go ahead and check out what we need to do for KBD, and let's get started on it. All right, so if we go to the combat tasks, we are 6 points away from the next tier. We should be able to finish off these last 6 points at KBD. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and look at its combat tasks. We need to kill it 25 times. If we get 25, that's going to be 3 points. We'll be halfway there. We get 3 points from this. So we need to kill it 10 times in a private instance without leaving. This task shouldn't be too hard since we have a Fang, we have our DFS, which means if we get these 3, we are going to be able to move forward the Gommel's Hilt 3. Pretty excited to get away from these apprentice bosses. I really want to start making some money. I know that we're going to start making some money soon. I think this is going to be our setup right here for KBD, which is super risky because if we die, that means I'm going to lose my fire cape, and I really just don't feel like doing Jad again right now. It's a Thursday night. It shouldn't be too busy out there. Oh, it would be so rough to lose it though. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. It's fine. I just have to make it into KBD's lair. That's all that I have to do. I just have to make it in there, and I just have to hit a private instance, and then we are going to be okay. I got this. I got this. Let's do this. We're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Go, 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 go. Climb down. Private instance. Pay. And we're in. Okay, that was not too bad. I think we're good. Until he hits me in 18, but that's okay. He might drop food, I'm not sure. We might actually not get 10 kills in a trip. This is a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be, I'm not going to lie. It's telling me to use Protect from melee, but I feel like his magic attacks are kind of destroying me. I'm down to 6 food, and I need 5 more kills. We should be okay to get this task. Depending on how much he starts to Rambo us, I guess. He drops 4 sharks, 1 in 32. So we just need to get lucky on one of these next few kills. 2 more kills is what we need. And we have 1 shark left. Please, please drop me a shark. Come on, KBD. Drop me a shark. Hey, that is a King Black Dragon Novice Combat achievement, though. We'll take it. Need 1 more kill with 0 food. There's a chance. There's a good chance that we get this, actually. It's a battle to the death right now, unfortunately. Oh, I really don't want to teleport out. This is the last kill that we need. Come on. We got a special attack. Big hit. I'll take a 15. There it is. Who is the king now? Combat task. Achieved. Okay, let's teleport on out of here. 2 more points. That is all we need. We just need to kill KBD 14 more times. I should have brought my burning claws. I was just kind of scared to bring anything in here. Anything extra in here, I guess. Hey, we managed to get a dragon medium helm. That's actually not too bad of a drop. 58k. I'm really hoping that we walk out of here with the KBD head. We still don't have one. If we don't get one, we'll probably end up back here at some point just to try to get one, but that Slayer helmet looks cool. At the same time, though, I really like the Vorkath Slayer helmet. We'll just have to see what happens once we get enough Slayer points to get one of them. So I've been out of food for the last 3 kills. I'm doing the step under method right now, and it's actually working out pretty decent. That is our 3rd dragon medium helmet right there, too. Not too bad. I'll show you what I mean by the step under method. I'll attack, then I'll just step right under. Attack, he gets 1 hit on me. I shouldn't have started recording. That was the first big hit that he's done. I'm just trying to get the last 2 kills before I have to teleport out. 1 more kill, we have 36 HP. It's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible. I don't know what his max hit is, but I really don't want to die right here. I don't think that I've seen him hit over a 10. There's a 10 right there. We gotta teleport out. All right, let's go. Unfortunate. And there it is, 25 KBD, KC, and we get the King Black Dragon Champion. And with finishing off KBD, we just unlocked the hard tier rewards from the combat achievements. Let's go claim our rewards from that. see what all we can get from it. All right, Gommel, what do you have for me? I think I've completed a combat tier. We now have an increased max quantity offered when given a boss slayer task. We have to kill fewer God Wars minions to get access to the generals. That's going to be huge once we finally get to the point where we're killing the God Wars dungeon generals. We're going to get ecumenical keys more common. We're going to gain access to the most expensive private God Wars rooms. We're going to receive a 50% discount on MB rewards from the Nightmare Zone and Soul Wars. I think the biggest part of this whole thing is that our cannon can now hold 15 extra cannonballs. I'm pretty sure that means 45, maybe 50, because we got a +5 on the last one, but that's a huge increase of cannonballs. That's going to be insane. We got ourselves an XP lamp. What are we going to use it on? I think we just use it on rune crafting, unfortunately. 15,000. That should give us a level. It sure does. 61 rune crafting. And we got our new Gommel's Hilt 3. Let's go ahead and check off the final apprentice boss on the board. And there it is. All of the apprentice bosses have been completed. Let's also go ahead and check off Jad. Let's go ahead and just lock in this apprentice tier. Unfortunately, we do not have the Slayer levels for Kraken or Gargoyles. That's going to change. We're going to be grinding out a ton of Slayer. We're going to have to be doing a ton of Slayer to try to get these bosses as our task in order to get them done. I'm excited to see what the future of this Trial Tiers is going to bring to us. We are just flying through these combat tasks too, which is going to be huge for the account. I hope you guys had a ton of fun watching this episode. I know that I had a ton of fun making it. I don't think I've had this much fun playing RuneScape in a long time. If you guys are feeling stuck in the mid game, you're not sure what to do, maybe give this board a try. It's actually a lot of fun. It gives you a ton of goals to work towards. It lets you get through these combat tasks with ease. I just think this is going to be a really good thing for me, just trying to get through this mid game grind. All right, guys, I will catch you in the next episode.